But they can't take you because if they go over target, they're significantly fined by the government. They're fined, in fact, up to 3 times the amount of income they would receive if you went there. So we saw on the news yesterday, I think there was young lad on the news yesterday, he had 3 A grades, 3 A stars in fact, which is absolutely fantastic. Because A stars, better than 3 A's. They were 3 A stars that were very, very good,
Right.
But they couldn't get a place still.
Right. They couldn't get a place. Okay, we'll have a little chat
we'll
about
come back to that.
Yes, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
But we'll have Hans Raj, Mr. Hans Raj from Southall. So let's talk to him. Hi, Hans.
Hello, good evening. I
Good
just want to know, I, along with my son, we migrated from India.
Right.
And he studied up to 12th standard in India.
Yeah.
And he is looking for a university admission anywhere in London.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have IELTS done.
Yeah.
So
He doesn't have IELTS at the moment at all. When he was in India, was he taught in English?
Yes, please, he was.
He was. Well, nearly every university that I know, and certainly all the big universities, if you make the point to them that he was taught in English, then they won't worry so much about the IELTS score. That's not an issue.
But, he tried 2 universities, and at both places they say that you have to pass the IELTS and then only take your admission.
Yeah. Did he actually provide them with proof of the fact that, he's got qualifications in India which were taught in English?
Okay, and that should help.
That should help. That should more than help. It should actually solve the problem.
Okay, is there any other, helpline or any other place where we can get the help?
Yeah. I think the first thing, if he's really, he really wants to go to the 2 universities in London, then he should persevere with that. And one of the things that I would do, we were just discussing it just now, is I would have all my qualifications in my hand, which clearly indicate that I was taught in English when I was in India, and I would just turn up there. Yeah, I wouldn't phone them in advance. I wouldn't tell them you're going to turn up. I would just turn up 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:30 in the morning, and I would wait there until somebody saw me. Yeah, and I would explain to them. You can even say that you're watching the TV program this evening. That I worked 21 years at the University of Wales. And there shouldn't be an issue. If he was taught in English, he should not have to get the IELTS alongside that.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're very welcome. Good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Hans Raj. Thanks. Thank you so much. You know that Hans Raj, we've got a singer as well, Hans Raj.
Have you? Oh, right.
Yes, we have got a Hans Raj in India. In fact, I interviewed him.
Yes. Oh, right.
He's a very, very good singer.
The same gentleman?
No, unfortunately, he's not the same gentleman.
No, the same gentleman. Yeah.
Okay, let's come back to the AAA.
Yeah. Right. So he has 3 A's, all-star rated. Yeah.
Right.
So he must have got sort of 90% plus in every one of those different subjects. He couldn't get a place in the university he wanted to go to. Now, he hadn't applied to that university. I think he'd done much better than he anticipated. Yeah. So he wanted to go to a different university. And the reason they said no to him, and there's a big hoo-ha on the television saying, oh, this is a superstar, 3 A stars, still couldn't get in, is half the story is hidden. They just filled their places. They're not allowed to take more students than the government tells them they can take. Yeah. So whatever happens, whoever applies, however good they are, they can't go there.
Wow.
It's as simple as that.
But it doesn't count the rating, you mean to say?
His rating, the fact that he's so good, not at all. No.
Really?
The big issue is they could easily have students who've applied to go there that their qualifications are actually far less, worse than his own. Yeah. But if they've offered those students a place, say on 3 Bs, and they've achieved 3 Bs, then there is a legal relationship then between the university and the student, and the university must accept the student. Yeah, so they can't check out, somebody else who's got 3 Bs in order to have superstar with 3 A stars. You just can't do that. It's improper, isn't it? It's not ethical.
No, not at all. That's injustice.
No, it isn't. It's not at all.
Really?
No, not at all. No. If you like, the person who's got the 3 A stars should have had more confidence maybe in their own ability.
Yes.
Yeah. And they should have applied, they've got this aspirational view now, haven't they, as to where they want to go. Maybe they should have been a little more confident. And also, if they've got 3 A stars, they're going to do very well, aren't they? You know,
Yes,
they're
absolutely.
obviously very talented.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, so they're going to get a high degree, probably a first-class degree. Who knows? We don't, you know, it depends on when they get there. Yeah. You know, but obviously they're going to do very well. There shouldn't be an issue for them. Yeah. Yeah.
Right there.
I don't feel sorry for him at all.
Well, everyone eventually will get a place.
No, definitely not. Just going back to my newspapers here. This is my visual aid for the evening.
Right, okay.
So I'm in education. I bring things with me. This newspaper says, the headline is, University slam door on 90,000 applicants. Basically, they're saying that 90,000 students who have qualified well enough to get a place on a degree still won't get a place on a degree. Now, the other newspaper is even more pessimistic. This newspaper is saying there may be up to 140,000 of those students. Yeah. Now, before 2 years ago,
Yes.
all of those students who were well qualified and able to start a degree would have got a place. Yeah. But that, if, say, there were 140,000 of them, that would have meant that the government would have to provide the universities with funding for 140,000 students.
So it depends on the numbering of the people, you mean to say?
It depends on how much the government has got.
Uh-oh.
It depends on the government reserves.
Well,
It's economics. It's the economics of the marketplace.
statistics.
Yeah. Education is business. Education is big business. Yeah.
I hate economics.
Yeah. But I love economics.
I hate economics.
No, you can't be like that.
But well, I did choose this